Welcome to 2 on the 10.
Oh, we back, baby. 2 on the 10, 100th episode.
Keep it 100, y'all.
Yeah. I'm Paul.
I'm Mitch.
Greedy.
You know what time it is. We got a special guest. First of all, I got to stop. This man right next to me, I've known him probably over 25 years.
I thought it said 25 minutes.
No. 30? Has it been 30?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm getting old.
Like 15.
Don't tell my girls, all right? They think I'm a young man just because, black don't crack. Anyway, but when I tell you, bro, this is one of the most genuine human beings that you'll ever fucking meet in your life. This dude right here, man, I can't say enough about you. Randy, introduce yourself to 2 on the 10 podcast, 100th episode. Take it away.
You want the...
Yeah, I need the official.
title.
I need the official.
We need to
title.
know what your
We
official...
need the official title.
What do you do for a living?
All right.
It's fine if you're a janitor. It's fine if you work at McDonald's. It's fine. Whatever you do, we accept you.
I'll start off with saying that none of the views I express here are the views of the United States Navy or the U.S. federal government.
Or 2 on the 10 podcast.
So you're saying they watch The View?
The views are expressly my own. I'm actually required to say that before I do anything of public speaking.
All right, sounds good.
So I am Commander Randy Hangartner, just relieved as Executive Officer of USS Pennsylvania Gold, a Trident ballistic missile submarine.
There you go.
Ooh, can we clap that up?
Yeah.
Come on. That sounds... Hey,
So if you motherfuckers don't understand, he's second in command on a nuclear submarine. I was in the green room earlier. I was busting your balls about, U.S. Pennsylvania being on the Fear of the Walking Dead. This is my show right now. I'm binge watching the fuck out of it, and that show was on there.
speaking of The Walking Dead, what's on your back?
Hey,
There's a Wookiee that's missing his father right now.
Hey,
okay.
hey,
So look,
the Wookiee of the Year.
look at this. We got Big Bird over here talking shit about me. First of all, and then Greedy over here fucking sweating his bets out again. All right. And listen, I told you we were coming live and direct for the. Like I said, man. First of all, I just want to stop and say thank you guys for kind of bringing this thing to life. It's our 100th episode. This is fuck. I can remember, what was it? Fucking over a year and a half ago, we were talking about this just on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Just spitballing.
No, you brought it up to me at my birthday party.
Yeah.
My birthday party.
And I asked you,
Milestone birthday. You
and I asked you like, hey, would you be down for it? And he was like, yeah, let's fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? This was before everybody and their mama decided they want to come out with a podcast. You know what I'm saying? So we were the first innovators of the shit.
Well, we were ahead of the next trend because there are a lot of people that were doing this shit. But just for the record, me and Nick used to have a blog site back in 2008. Shout out heykobe.com.
Heykobe.com.
So we've been in the game for off and on.
Yeah, we were like, you had TMZ, you had The Dirty, which was here.
Yep.
You had Perez Hilton.
Yeah.
And then
He's
you
still
had
trying to be around.
Then you had heykobe.com with Miles Cyrus.
And
Hold on. But y'all broke a super big story.
Oh yeah, we had there was a club that Lindsay Lohan's girlfriend
shout out Jackrabbit.
was performing at, and we showed up there, and there was no cameras allowed in, but yeah, we snuck one in, and Lindsay Lohan was there. We took some pictures of her, and what was her girlfriend's name?
Sam Ronson.
Sam Ronson,
Yep.
yeah. And then
DJM, rest in peace, his sister.
She was getting ready to leave, and I guess some guy like jumped out and like lunged at her and like started yelling.
Stalker or whatever.
Yeah, supposedly a stalker.
Allegedly.
Yeah, and tackled her to the ground. They tackled him to the ground as like the security got her out, and I just had a camera, and there was a big circle. I just lifted my hand up over the thing, took the picture, and it was a perfect picture.
It landed.
It was the security guard with the guy on the floor with the security guard's knee right in the guy's face.
And it was our
He's
boy
like,
Eric.
like
Remember
this.
Eric?
Yeah.
He was like the GM of Bottle Chicago.
So I was like, oh my, and then security bum rushed me. They're like, because the flash went off. Yeah. Like, hey, we said no cameras. I'm like, I didn't take a picture. Like, let me see your camera.
I think somebody's relationship got that bad.
Yeah. So then I like popped the camera up, but I flashed through like a ton of pictures. So they started scrolling through, and it was like I like gone far enough away that they didn't see any pictures from inside the club. And they're like, okay, well, don't pull the camera out again. I was like, all right, cool, no problem. And then when we got done, we left there, and the news was there, like 3 different news stations.
ABC News was out there.
And one of the guys was like, he's like, you know what happened in there? I'm like, I got pictures if you want them. He's like, you send them to me? I was like, as long as you pub our website.
Yep.
And he's like, absolutely. So I emailed the pictures. Oh, I went home. I logoed all of our pictures with the HeyKobe.com logo.
Yeah.
And then I emailed him to this guy. Well, the next morning, like 7 a.m. news, it's one of the main stories in Arizona. Lindsay Lohan is attacked at this club. And if you want more information, check out the website, HeyKobe.com.
It was like hearing your song on the radio if you were like an artist. So we're all jumping up and down like little kids, like hearing their song.
People are calling me, like friends that I know that, oh my God, I just saw your website on the news.
It was crazy.
And then to top that off, then both TMZ and E! Entertainment News picked up the story and linked to our website.
Yeah. We had like 100,000 views that day. And then also we got attacked by, at first we were like allies with Nick Ritchie and them, and then they tried to say we were copying them.
Yeah, and then they also tried to say that we staged the whole thing. It's like, how do we stage that? We just happen to be at the right place, right time.
Yeah, they thought it had something to do with the club. It was a fun time for a while. Yeah. And then I tried to spam 4chan, and then
Hold on. Don't you got some? Don't you got one of our friends giving Kim Kardashian a lap dance too?
All right, let me just say this one. I'm gonna say this one. Okay.
I'm not gonna say her name. I know who it is.
So Nick had the picture of that from Super Bowl. I wasn't at the Super Bowl that year. I was preoccupied.
You was preoccupied.
Yeah.
Huh?
And with that said,
Was he?
But with that said, there was a photo of our friend, a female, motorboating Kim Kardashian.
Yes.
While Reggie Bush watched, and Reggie Bush wasn't too happy.
Oh, he was like in the background, like with the stink face.
I'm gonna give up because we're not in that industry anymore. I did a little trick, and I sent Nick through all the logos on everything. I go, grab that photo. We could use that, right? I sent it to Media Takeout, and the next morning, wake up, another 10,000 views to our site. Hey, Reggie Bush gets owned by lesbian. True story.
Oh my
we used to have all the little sneaks. So, like, obviously on your main website, you couldn't post like certain things. You couldn't have nudity. So we'd have the pictures with like stars over things, or our logo over like the nudie bits. And then Mitch
Blogspot
went to Blogspot and had if you want to see more, go to this. And then that was where all the like undocumented photos were, unaltered photos. So
Kobe.blogspot.
Yeah.
Wow. It was a good run, and I'll just say,
No, it was a good run
broke
until
so many stories.
y'all got fucking hacked and
Well,
shit.
I was trying. That's I'll take credit for that one, because we were starting to make money with the ads and everything else like that, and people were starting to get the name. I mean, we had a bus party. We pulled up in a Hey Kobe bus to the Suns game when Shaq and Kobe played for the first time, and all the Suns employees jump on the bus.
Oh my God.
And anyway, so it was some fun times for a couple years out there. But with that said, I remember I tried to like get like the Reggie Bush photo, a couple photos, and I would throw them on 4chan, because 4chan could make or break anything. And I remember they're like, "Hey Kobe, you know spam no more," whatever. Like, and I go, and I threw something. I told you, we warned you, whatever. And I did it one more time, like,
And then they got you.
and the next thing you know, I'm just starting to get hacked.
Got you.
And then
You stop fucking with the North Koreans.
and then I'm not even gonna lie.
No, they take your Bitcoin, motherfucker.
Our Craigslist ad guy, you know, the fucking like, first of all these computer dudes extort you,
Right.
But like, so we got a guy off Craigslist or whatever back in the day. You know, I didn't know we did that shit for the WordPress and all that stuff.
Right, yeah.
And he's like, okay, I cleaned it up, and you have to, you know, you have to pay him each time for him to do that stuff.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, a week, like, so you're sitting. I remember just writing all day articles, 6 hours of articles. Send. Hey, there's nothing on the site today. What's going on? Like, after 3 or 4 days of doing it in a row, and they erase all your shit, you just quit. Like,
No, y'all should have gone to GoDaddy, bro. GoDaddy would have your shit.
We had GoDaddy.
Really?
No, you know what they did? This is so long ago. They put worm, whatever.
put a virus in there?
Into the ads.
Oh,
and we ran ads.
Gotcha.
So they were able to backdoor the ads
Gotcha.
and put the viruses into that.
And then our sites started getting blocked everywhere. No one would be able to access it.
Exactly.
You see what these motherfuckers did? Boy, they fuck with North Korea and get fucked up. Hey, but
First of all,
hey, when you send the USS Pennsylvania over that bitch, it's a whole different story. Anyway, all right, let's go to Randy.
We went down memory lane real quick.
Yeah. Let's talk about man. Let's go back from the kind of start. You got out. So we all went to except Mitch, you know, you was in California, but we went to
Thank God.
Motherfucker, we had a good time at PB
that's
High
cool.
School. You know what I'm saying? We was balling out there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was back there. Y'all, you were even a little gangster back there. You know, 18 years old with the click mob.
He was a little hood.
Yeah, look, you know, it was Nick or Greedy, you, Steve, and John. You know,
A few other people mixed in there, but yeah,
Yeah, that
we had
was-
our little crew that would go
that was
out and
good.
have some fun.
And y'all would be little hooligans out there, you know, causing you trouble. And, you know, white boys out there, you know, doing your thing. Y'all was doing it before Marky Mark was doing it. You know what I'm saying? True, right?
It's probably
It's probably true.
accurate.
Accurate, exactly. But you knew that wasn't the path for you. You knew, you know, you guys are all smart. That wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? We were all fucking crazy ass kids, but you knew that wasn't for you. So you joined the Navy a little
did.
bit after that. Kind of give us your history, man.
Yeah, so I was going nowhere fast. Joined the Navy out of Vegas.
A little bit. There you go.
Joined the Navy out of Vegas, and I was an enlisted engineering laboratory technician, nuclear trained. So I worked on the reactor plant, the engine room of the submarine.
There you go.
And I did that for 10 and a half years.
Okay.
And then got picked up for an officer commissioning program. Got a free ride to college at University of North Florida. And then got commissioned in 2010, became an officer, and then I've been an officer for the last 15 years.
And just been moving up the ranks, huh?
Moving up the ranks, put on 05 last year, which is Commander, and finished my EXO tour like a week and a half ago.
Really? Okay. Clap that up. Man. Clap that up.
Hey, so he's coming to town. I've been all week just bombarding him with, because I find it fascinating. Because you talk about like
A
submarines.
bunch of men in a boat.
Yes, exactly. No, but you talk about like submarine, like very. It's
There are women on submarines now.
There you go.
it's a select.
sexist
I mean, if you
motherfucker.
think about it,
I'm just talking about his preferences.
it's a select group of people in the world that ever get to go on a full scale submarine like that.
Right.
And it's fascinating to me because you're underwater for months at a time. And just how it's basically like its own ecosystem. in there.
Yeah. So how do you? Okay, so you're in the water for 90, sometimes 180 days. How do you deal with? Like I said, I mean, you tell me I see the sunshine through the periscope, but it's not like having the sun beat on your skin. How do you deal with that, or how do you adjust? How do you adjust to that?
It's a busy place on a submarine.
Really? Okay.
And so you're
So how long is it? I mean, I'm an ex-football player, so I equated to like yards.
2 football fields long.
2 football fields.
So
okay.
it depends on the submarine, but the submarines I've been on, the Ohio class submarine, is 560 feet long. So it's almost 2 football fields.
Okay.
And it's 4 decks, 3 compartments, forward compartment, missile compartment, well, 4 compartments. Forward compartment, missile compartment, reactor compartment, and the engine room.
Okay.
And then there's 4 decks in all of those compartments except for the engine room. The engine room has 3 decks. It's about 45 foot wide
Right.
and about 50 foot tall.
Okay.
And so there's plenty of room inside of an Ohio class submarine for 170 sailors.
Gotcha. Honestly, I'm a claustrophobic motherfucker. I'm a big dude. I need my room and shit. Only time I've
There
ever
are
been-
6'5" dudes.
really in them little ass bunks that they got in there.
But do they wear jackets like that?
They crunch up. They don't wear jackets like that. But they crunch
found
up
it
in the
drizzling.
rack.
Do they?
They crunch up in the rack, yeah.
Yeah, because the time I seen it, so we played Nebraska in the Holiday Bowl, and I was fortunate to go into a submarine, and the fucking thing.
What submarine did you go on?
You know,
Was it a museum?
no, was it a museum? No, it wasn't. It was shit. I got to go back and look at these pictures, but it was they had fucking been docked there for a minute.
I think with his U of A education,
Where
I think
at?
he meant he
Down in
ate a submarine.
San Diego.
In San Diego. It was down in San
Oh,
Diego.
yeah. There are fast attack submarines in San Diego. Yeah, those are
yeah.
small. Those
So
are
they're smaller? Okay,
those are
gotcha.
either Los Angeles class or Virginia class submarines.
Okay, so what it was, that was a smaller submarine. That's why I was having panic attacks.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the fast attacks they're about 380 feet long. They're much smaller. Much
Okay.
smaller.
All right. So he's on some bigger submarines that have. So you do have missiles that are there nuclear warheads on the submarine?
I can't confirm or deny that there are
Okay. All right. So
nuclear
okay.
warheads on any submarine. I will
Okay,
say.
okay. There are missiles on this.
I will say that the Ohio class submarine is capable
Okay.
of carrying up to 24 Trident II D5 nuclear missiles that are capable of multiple warheads on each missile.
Okay.
That's what I can say.
All right. So those people who watched the Fear of Walking Dead, when it came right back down, that was some bullshit. Okay. Basically.
Yeah, I mean that's made for TV. They can't show
That
But
is
the warheads when they came back down, because if y'all firing them bitches off, fucking Iran, North
Yeah.
Korea, Russia, they parking lots at that time about 30 minutes later, correct?
the
Or something around there.
no comment.
I can't
It's
talk.
not worth
All
it.
right.
It's not worth the
Hey,
answer.
listen, man, I'm trying to get to the bottom of where these drones came from.
What I will
I wish Paul was part of any committee in the government, the Kennedy committee. So come on, a roundabout way. Come on. Yeah.
what I will say is that
Were you involved in killing the president? Oh, come on, you can tell me.
tell
Nobody's
me.
watching.
I didn't say this shit.
Look at my jacket.
Look at this motherfucker.
killed the animal on my
on that episode,
Yeah.
that was absolutely ridiculous.
That
I
was
will say
ridiculous. All right. So like I said, for my Walking Dead fans, that was some bullshit. Okay, I was questioning that shit too, but I knew I'd talk to you about it. That was
I
good.
found it very humorous.
Very
when I
humorous.
watched.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. All right. Yeah, I'm a pride because I got my man on there. We can find out about the Kennedy assassination. We can find out about a whole bunch of shit. We can find out about Epstein Island.
I know nothing about Kennedy or Epstein.
No, I'm just kidding. I can't.
Not in the CIA.
I can't. It's 100 episodes. I can do anything I fucking want.
That's fair.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, I do. I remember we were talking in the back in the green room for a second. I find it very like intriguing. So I kind of picture like what you were describing a situation where you walk in a room, and I don't know, for some reason I kind of picture like Darth Vader walking in the Death Star or something like
Just standing to get attention.
yeah.
No, I mean, what's the movie Denzel? Denzel was the XO and
Yeah, he was an 04
04,
in
okay.
that. So the gold oak leaf is lieutenant commander. That's one rank below where people call attention on deck. Now, when you walk on the con on a submarine, when the XO comes in control, you are announced like XO in control.
Yeah.
Just like the captain. When the captain walks into control, captain in control, that just lets everybody know like
yeah, be on your piece.
stop doing stupid shit. Stop doing stupid
fucking
shit.
around. Yeah.
Stop doing stupid shit.
So as Mitch was asking, when you come into a room, cats
Yes,
salute you.
So 05 and above, in I think any branch of service, but definitely in the Navy, 05 and above, when you walk into a room or the quarterdeck or onto a ship, they'll call attention on deck and announce you. Everybody stands at attention until you say carry on. It is a very old tradition,
Right.
and I find it quite embarrassing, to be honest.
So that's what I'm saying. Randy is a humble cat, and I told you earlier is
The humble cat's on your back.
that shit. Hey, come on, Big Murray, slow down now. Slow down now. Get you off Sesame Street. Anyway, these cats. Hey, listen, bro. Don't let them talk to you about my coat, bro. This is the pimp shit right here. Anyway,
Yeah,
Get your
I'm
coat spayed and neutered.
When you go to the club, I'm stealing that.
yeah. You know, see, listen.
Let's leave it in my suitcase.
This is the thing. Don't let the appearance fool you. This man can fucking dance. That's the one thing that every time that we go to the club, this motherfucker, he get down. He pulled. He's married right now. I'm gonna tell you, ladies. All right, stay away from the man. He's married, okay? But back in the day when he wasn't, the dude could pull some women, bro. That was his thing. We was.
I think you said something like we were cut from the same cloth.
Yeah,
Long
we're
time
definitely
ago,
cut from the
Paul.
same cloth. You know what I'm saying? He's my brother from another mother.
Yeah.
That's definitely. So that's why I'm saying we got along so well, man. I'll tell like a little baby secret. Back in high school, I dated his sister for a little while.
Sorry,
No, I
I'm
did.
sorry,
I
Christy.
did.
Christy, I'm sorry he brought that up.
Oh, come on now, come on, Chris. We good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's another one that's
She's another one. She's a
Service in
yeah,
the-
yeah.
in
She
the-
went. She followed you. Yeah, she followed you. in the
She
service?
is a colonel in the Air Force. Oh,
really?
She's actually, she outranks me by one rank.
Whoa.
She's a,
Well, hold on. Cut the show. We got to go get her. Where's she at?
she's in
I'm a
Texas.
military brat. I'm an Air Force brat, but you know.
Yeah, she's in Texas right now.
Really? Okay. All right. You know, like I said, but you know, he couldn't beat me up back in the day. So you know, I dated her for a little while though.
Like a month.
Yeah, yeah. It was, you know, but it was high school. Come on, man, give me a break.
Man, a month is long for Paul.
Yeah, I know.
Back in the day, man. We ain't talking about now. You know, now I'm engaged, got a girlfriend. You know how that works. You know,
Yeah, you're a good boy now.
Yeah, I'm a good boy. I stick to two. Let up to two, motherfucker. Let it to two.
So, Randy, you joined the Navy. That was what, 98,
97.
97? So you were in the Navy during 9/11.
I was.
Oh, okay.
What was that experience like? Were you out to sea at that time, or I don't know if you can say?
No, I was in port.
Was that? I'm guessing that was a heightened time for all military personnel. Like when that's happening, what's going through like as a person that is in the military branch and could be on a ship or go to war, something like that. What were you feeling at that time? I mean, everybody was feeling upset and hurt and not understanding, but from your perspective, knowing that could lead to some type of war, what did you feel about that back in 2001?
It's a good question. I don't know. I would say I think the biggest feeling was just surprise, right? Like that thing was even possible to happen. But I do remember a conviction, right? And recruiting numbers in the military went through the roof after 9/11, and
Yeah, you had Pat Tillman leave the NFL and join the military.
yeah, there were a ton of people that came in specifically because of 9/11, and I had already been in for 4 years or so. I wouldn't say that it impacted, like submarines do very specific things, and what happened in 9/11 didn't really impact submarine operations. We supported missions in Iraq and Afghanistan, but it wasn't.
Saying you're not on the front line.
Yeah, it was still business as usual. In the submarine force.
Here's the thing, and correct me if I'm wrong. If they see you or don't see you, if you guys are serious, they about to become a parking lot.
Why is everything we come
Parking lot. You heard that one rock song?
No, I'm
Open the
serious.
parking lot.
Am I lying?
I think the statistic is one Trident ballistic missile submarine is the third largest nuclear power in the world, and we have 14 of them.
14, god dang. That's what I'm saying. It's like, all right, so here's a question that doesn't have to deal with national security. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. So, so you guys hear my sonar, right? What is the farthest that you guys can hear? Like something, but like, this dude farts a lot. So like, if he was on a nuclear
That's
submarine,
you lying under oath. Lying under oath.
Big Bird farts all the time. So don't you trip.
Lying under oath.
It really depends on the environment, and what I mean by that is like how loud the ocean is.
Okay.
Where we're at. If it's a really quiet part of the ocean, there are parts of the ocean that are just like Dead Sea. Nothing's there. Nothing lives there. And so if there's no storm, because storms make a lot of noise, because it causes a lot of wave action. If there's not a lot of wildlife like shrimp and crabs and dolphins,
Shout out
and
to Red
whales.
Lobster.
Yeah, there you go. If it's a real dead zone and the environment is calm, we can hear for, I don't know, 100, 200 miles.
Really?
So
200 fucking
I got a
miles.
question.
That's crazy.
I mean, like I said, it
Depends on. Yeah, it depends on.
but we can hear a long way.
So let me,
in
let,
quiet environments.
let me ask you this then, Randy. With that being said, do you guys ever hear anything? I mean, again, if you can divulge or not, but do you ever hear anything that you guys don't know what it is? Because it seems like I always hear, and I would think that the sea, the oceans, are the least explored. I mean, fully, parts of Earth. Yeah, I always hear stories.
You can only go so deep. You can only do so much. Do you ever hear anything that?
Like-
I guess what he's saying. You ever hear anything you can't explain?
Yeah.
I have never encountered anything we couldn't explain. No.
Okay.
Most of what we hear is animal, wildlife, and then merchants. Their propellers are. If you're a ship on the surface, you're constantly cavitating your propellers, which means that you're making all these bubbles and they're collapsing, and so you can hear the cavitation of the propellers really well. And so that's pretty much all I've ever heard. I've never heard any like mermaids. Like, sorry,
Yeah, no mermaids.
no mermaids.
Hey, Leviathan.
Yeah, my girl, that was her. That would be her question.
Yeah, she already asked me that. She asked me
She,
before. Yeah,
she loves her some mermaids. How deep can you guys go?
I can't tell you that.
Okay, all right.
There's a lot of stuff we can't talk
So you can sit on the bottom of the ocean is what you're telling me. Okay.
Depends on how deep the ocean is.
All right. How deep is the ocean?
Some places, like Marianas Trench, I think is 7 miles deep. Most of the
Been
deep.
there?
No,
Have you been to Antarctica?
no, I haven't. And it's there's not a big reason for U.S. submarines to go to Antarctica, but
about the secret bases that are there. I'm joking. Don't answer that.
He's like,
We're talking about Star Wars.
like generally speaking, like the deep ocean, like out where there aren't mountain ranges, are about 3,000 fathoms. Like between 3,000 and 4,000 fathoms. A fathom is 6 feet.
6 feet. Okay.
So when I say 3,000 fathoms, I mean 18,000 feet deep.
Okay. Oh, cool.
So then when you say a mile is 5,200 feet, then
So you're
about
like
3 miles deep.
3 miles deep.
Yeah,
Cool.
about 3
Sweet.
miles deep.
Hey, thank you, Randy. So when people ask me, hey, Mitch, I'll tell you, I'm a fathom.
There you go. There you go. 1 fathom. 1 fathom. Yeah.
Bitch. Okay, here's another important national security question, I think.
Yeah.
Top Gun 1 or 2?
2.
Okay.
Have you gone
Really?
back and watched the original Top Gun?
I love the original.
Look, man.
Well, Paul just liked it because all the guys had their shirts off. And
Oh, wow. Here you go. Here you go. See, this projection. We have a lot of this on the show.
All I'm going to say is, like, maybe in the 1980s, walking into the woman's restroom and accosting a woman in the girl's bathroom was
You could
okay.
get away with
But
it,
like,
yeah,
if you go back now and you watch that scene,
that's Harvey Weinstein.
like-
That's probably
like if you go back and watch that scene, it's fucking
Man,
ridiculous.
if you go back
Like,
Anything from the 80s.
yeah,
Yeah.
anything from the 80s. I mean, you had the Blue Lagoon. They literally fucking had child porn on the fucking.
I mean, we were talking about because again, I've been asking Randy a million and one questions. I'm sure he's sick of hearing it, but we talked about like movies with submarines, like The Hunt for the Red October and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, how realistic are those? He's like, no, they're made for Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm sure because, but the 2 key system got to be correct.
That's every movie. They're like, oh, you got to have 2 keys to launch the nuke.
You can, but okay. So here's the thing.
There's a lot more to it than 2 keys. I can promise you that.
Yes, I mean, he's got to get the detonation codes. Then they got to pull it out then they got to pull it
I
out
am not going to talk.
They have to scan at the parking lot.
I am not. Like I will. What I will tell you is that my job on a Trident ballistic missile submarine, when we're out to sea weekly, we practice destroying the world.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm telling you. That's why.
so-
like,
Battle ready.
We
It's battle ready.
Yeah, battle ready. But like I am not going to talk about anything to do with the process by which we get to launching.
get the launches. All right.
No, but what I do want to talk about, I want to talk about.
Okay.
So, coming into when you first got onto the sub, you're a super duper smart guy. I'm gonna tell you right now, Randy's probably the smartest guy I know, and I'm not even bullshitting, pulling your leg. Nothing. It's probably you're smart. It's probably
There's different ways to
Sounds
define.
like it.
There's different ways to define smart.
He's one of the smartest guys I know. You got into like dealing with you got into the nuclear program somehow. Was that like a goal for you, or was that just something you're like, hey, I'm smart, that's what I'm going to go into?
I just fell into it. I had no goal when I joined the Navy. I had no goal when I came into the nuclear power program. In fact, I didn't buy into the Navy until I got my officer program. And I was a completely different person after I did the college and came back in.
So what were you looking for? Were you looking for structure? Were you looking for discipline? What were you looking for going into the Navy? Or you were just looking for, hey man, this is until I figure out what the fuck I want to do?
I'll tell you the story.
Yeah.
So I was in high school in Vegas my senior year. I was friends with this guy named Douglas Anderson, and he was going into the Air Force. And so one day he was like, "Hey, I don't have a car. I need to go to my DEP meeting, which DEP is the delayed entry program for, so you sign up to join the military, and then you go to the DEP, before, and then you finally go to boot camp, and do that. Anyway, so he's like, I need to go to a DEP meeting, like monthly meeting with his Air Force recruiter. And he was like, can you give me a ride down to the recruiting station down in Vegas, in downtown Vegas? And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. So I go and drop him off. I walk in and I'm just standing there waiting for him to finish his DEP meeting. And the Marine Corps guy came out and he was like, yo, you want to talk about joining the Marines? And I was like, hell no, I don't. And the Air Force guy is busy talking to my boy. And then the Army guy came out and he's like, you don't want the Marines? You want to join the Army? And I was like, hell no, I don't. Right. And then the Navy guy came out and he was like, how do you like money? And I was like, I like money.
Yeah. See, they have to talk the right language. Yeah.
And then so he's like, hey, come back and take this test. And so it was like a pre-ASVAB test. And I aced it. And he was like, oh man, you got to go take the nuke test. So they flew me down to Phoenix. And I came to the MEP station here in Phoenix and did the ASVAB, the full ASVAB, and then the nuclear field qualification test, the NFQT. And I, did well on the ASVAB and then passed the NFQT. And they were like, yep, you can be a nuke. Nukes get an extra signing bonus, and it was like $3,000 or something like that. It wasn't a lot of money. But back then it was a lot of money because I was poor.
Yeah.
And so, I was like, all right. And it was something. It was something, and I was such a fuck off in high school. I think I had like a 2.7 GPA. My senior year, I had 34 unexcused absences because I was ditching school all the time.
You was just going nowhere.
Well, I just didn't care about school, and so I was unfocused, and I was busy chasing girls. And so,
I ain't mad at you.
No, and anyway, so that's why I joined. It was just a fluke. It was a random event. Random event.
If you had had a car, you might have never been in the Navy.
So then you go to boot camp, right?
Yep.
What was boot camp like?
Nick saw. How are the showers?
Oh man, like I'll tell you what. So this is in the 90s, right? So this is still kind of old school. The showers. So, I tell you what, this is one of the most embarrassing things. So it's a big open bay barracks, and there's 80 people in the barracks, 80 dudes, and 40 double racks, double bunk beds, and then you go into the bathroom, and there's just an open bay shower that's a little smaller than this room right here, and it's got 8 shower heads surrounding it, and everybody strips buck naked, all 80 people, and you just stand in line, 80 people with 8 shower heads, and then you just make a line, and you get like 1 minute to spray the water on you, get soap on you, get out. And then you just rotate around, and everybody's just naked, walking around, looking at each other.
Hey, please tell me they at least have the walls from the toilets, or is it just open toilets?
No, they had the stall doors on the side, but they had no doors. And so
Who invents that shit?
Yeah, oh man,
Literally.
it was like.
Isn't the military break you down to build you up? Isn't that the kind of idea of boot camp?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I do with Nick.
I haven't.
I'm still waiting for you to build me up, bro. You've been breaking me down for 40 years.
I haven't been to boot camp for 27 and a half years, but back then it was pretty rough. Like they just beat the shit out of us all the time. Any small infraction, all 80 people drop and do 30, 40 push-ups or whatever, and then we marched all the time. And
were you in pretty good shape going into the military?
Yeah, I've always been in pretty good shape.
I mean, now you're like showing off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like,
back then you were skinny.
I was smoking back then too, but I was young enough that it didn't really matter. And
that's what I'm saying. We could do some crazy shit. I mean, fucking Mitch back in the day, Mitch would fucking party all night and do it all over again for 3 days fucking straight and not sleep.
And then go play basketball.
Yeah. This motherfucker roll on 4 hours of sleep and fucking crazy stuff.
And only offer Red Bulls.
Yeah, that it was.
Red
Mitch
Bulls
was shaking like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I was like a crackhead with Red Bulls. I'd eventually quit them because they'd almost kill me 20 years of Red Bulls.
yeah.
Man. See, this is why I didn't want to get off.
And this is why
this is
why I drink Tusi.
So yeah, there you go. Grab you some Tusi. Hey, so back to the nuclear submarine.
Yeah.
If a nuclear war popped off, right? Mm-hmm. You're in the water. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you guys are moving around actually. Yep. So do you guys have enough? What do you say? Rations and stuff on the nuclear sub to last you until the winds blow away and the nuclear fucking storms and shit go away and stuff like that. So I mean, can you last on that 2-3 years?
No, no. Our endurance is the amount of food we bring on board.
Okay.
That is the limiting factor of how long we can stay at sea. And so we would need replenishment. It depends. Like during COVID, we over rationed the submarines. So we had enough, I think, for like 5 months, maybe a little less than that. But normally we don't go out with that much. Normally we go out with 3 or 4 months worth because that's the normal patrol cycle. Now, could we like really stuff the whole submarine full of food? Sure. And maybe we could extend that out longer, but that's not the norm.
Hey, so I want to ask, speaking of COVID, so when COVID happened, were there like really big restrictions on you on what you could do? Because obviously, if you're about to jump on a sub with 170 people and be under the water for an extended period of time, did they like quarantine every individual person before you got on the sub, or?
What we did was like a full quarantine of the crew before we went to sea. So we would all stay at the pier for like 2 weeks to make sure that nobody was COVID positive.
You'd kind of be quarantined off from the outside world
Yep.
at that point.
Yeah.
And then did they do a lot of testing, COVID testing?
Yes, we did. I had many of those nasal things shoved up my nose.
That was
Yes.
the worst.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, right?
Hey, I
Yes,
want
I
to bring
did.
it back real quick. How's the food? Being a
Actually-
foodie gang in the building.
I haven't been on any other type of ship in the surface fleet or anything, but I've always been told that submarine food is the best, and I will tell you that, at least in the Navy, and I will tell you that I have no complaints whatsoever about the food.
What kind of meals did they serve?
All sorts of
steak?
meals. Like they make Chinese food. They make they Taco Tuesdays. They make Fridays are normally burger days, and so I'll have like 2 bacon cheeseburgers. There's a bunch of stuff they make.
Now, being as high as you up, would you get some special meals, or
Well, you can't say that.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I always rule one on any submarine I've ever been on, whether when I was enlisted or as an officer, is make friends with the cooks.
Okay.
Because
Take
the
care of
cooks,
the motherfuckers.
I always took care of the cooks and appreciated them because the cooks, like if you're hungry and it's not mealtime, you go down there and you're like, hey man, like can you hook me up? And I always got hooked up.
There's the same way in
Always
prison
hooked
too.
up. And
How you know?
yeah, yeah. It's good food. Real
good food?
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, I'm saying.
Gonna have to do a foodie review.
You eat with the officers, or do you eat with your crew?
So the officers eat in the wardroom. The wardroom is a space that's it's like family style meal. So the captain sits at the head of the table, XO sits to his right, and then everybody else kind of files in. You can seat about 12 people. Usually there's 16 officers on a submarine, and you pass like they'll come in with the cooks will come in with like a pallet of food, like the burgers, and then everybody like will pass around that plate, and then the next thing will come, and so it's all plate, like
Family
tray,
style.
family style, and everybody eats together. The wardroom eats together, and there are actually wardroom etiquette rules, like things you can or can't talk about in the wardroom, and
Interesting.
it's very formal.
Okay.
Like the tablecloth and the fine china is in the wardroom.
Okay, so like I said, it's very
Very
tradition.
traditional, yeah.
Yeah, tradition is capped. It's
Yeah.
like
And then on the cruise mess, like the chiefs and the other E6 and below, the enlisted people eat more of a cafeteria style.
okay, gotcha. All right, here's a question that I've always wanted. Just because, like I said, you've gone up in the ranks so quick. Why have you never wanted to be a captain of your own?
Well, I haven't. I've gone up the ranks in
Or you
the
just
normal procession. That is like so. The screening board for commanding officer is in May, 2 months from now. And if I screen for CO, I could go be a commanding officer next. But you can't just jump to go be a captain. You have to be in the officer ranks, you got to be a junior officer first, where you kind of learn the job. Then you show up to be a department head, which there's 4 department heads on board, but 3 nuclear trained department heads on board. And then you go up to be XO and then the captain. And you have to follow that flow path.
Gotcha. And you got to wait for a captain to retire to become one, or no? They
No.
make you a captain of a sub.
I'm the captain now.
Yeah, so if I screen for CO in May, then I can choose to go be a captain of a submarine.
Do you want to do it?
Yes and no. Like I've been in for 27 and a half years. After this shore duty that I go to, I'll be in for 30. And I think that's probably enough.
Yeah, even if you get the captain of your own ship, man, huh? Your own sub, that'd be dope.
It's not that cool.
You don't think so?
So let me
I mean,
say,
I will tell you this: it is prestigious, right?
Right, yes.
Right. Like very few people get to be a captain of a submarine.
Yes.
But what I would tell you is that is like external validation,
Okay.
and I'm not a big fan of external validation.
Again, my friend is very humble, but I would love just to be at the pinnacle of. It's like, as far as football players, they get to the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? That's the pinnacle of being recognized as being one of the all-time greats. For the Navy, becoming a captain, that's like the very top. You can't get any. You can't get any.
Well, you can. You can become an admiral.
Yeah.
And so there are 4 more ranks above the rank of captain, and that is like rear admiral, lower half, rear admiral, upper half, vice admiral, and admiral. So there is more to go up significantly
on a
before
sub, though?
captain. Not on the sub.
So,
Like,
but on a ship.
once you make for full bird captain, like 06,
Yeah.
then you, with few exceptions, you don't go back to submarines anymore.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so you jump from submarines and then you go to ship. You go to actual ship, or
No,
you're done.
you're doing staff work
Okay,
at that
gotcha.
point. You're on a staff somewhere doing more combatant commander tasks.
Gotcha.
So, telling the subs where to go.
I got you.
Type of thing.
I got you. Yeah. I don't know. Well, listen, whatever you choose, I'm going to support you anyway. But I'd love to see you do it, though.
but here, what I want to
Because I want to be able to pray.
I want to talk about something. So, Randy's been a long time friend and known each other since, high school and
15.
15 years old. And it's pretty crazy to think about that. But talk a little bit about the sacrifice of being in the military, especially for an extended period of time, like 28 years. You give up a lot. Yes, you get a lot. You get discipline. Obviously, you get a paycheck. You get money. You get a career. But you also give up a lot. So talk a little bit about that for me.
Yeah, because you do have a wife and, beautiful kids, too. So, and you being at sea for sometimes what?
Like 90, 100 days.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's what you would expect. It's a sacrifice. Yeah. You're going to spend 3 months away from your family, and that makes it difficult on the family, makes it difficult on the person who's deploying. But, I mean, that's what we signed up to do.
Right.
And so...
And your kids have grown, they've grown to know, hey, Dad's going to be away for this amount of time. He's going to come back. He's out doing his job, stuff like that. And you got to have, my fiance, she has attachment issues, so I can never fucking, I can never fucking, try to be away for 3 months or shit like that. But you obviously, have married a woman that, she knew what she was getting into and has raised your kids, to say, hey, Daddy's gone for 3 months and he's going back and nothing changes.
I mean, I think it goes without saying that the spouse of a deploying sailor, or in the Army or the Marine Corps that deploys overseas, has to be a strong person. And, she is that for sure.
There you go.
I think, we talk about respecting the military, and we talk about, how they protect us and they're serving us. I think a lot of times people forget about the sacrifice that they're making because, they are going away. They are away from their families for extended period of times in all the different branches of the military. And I think that's something that, when you think about it, you think about, oh, he's out protecting America and he's serving America. You forget about the ultimate sacrifice of family and friends and events that you're missing out on because you're not there. You have a child and, you miss out on some of the stuff. So, I just want to thank Randy. I mean, I think we all feel the same way.
Thank you, brother.
Clap it up.
Thank you. And of course, everybody in the
everybody in the
military
military
services to serve this country.
Yeah,
forget the politics.
Yeah, I
Forget the politics.
think we forget sometimes that.
Let's not all get all super sappy.
I was just saying, bro.
I appreciate it.
As humbleness is coming out again.
I love you, bro, and I'm just saying that it's amazing. And I always tell people, of all my friends, and I have a lot of successful friends, the most proud of anybody that I am of all my friends is you. And not because of It's more because of I knew where you were going when we were growing up in high school and what path you could have took, and to see where you've got to and how your life has changed. It's night and day difference. So it's impressive, and I tell anybody that I ever talk to when I talk about you, I just talk about how amazing it is. And submarines, I was asking them earlier some of the cool things, like what do you do with your trash? What do you do? Like obviously you guys you're underwater for 3 months.
Right.
People are dropping deuces, and what happens to the waste? And he explained that to me. Can you talk about that? What happens to the waste on the submarine? Because I thought this was fascinating.
Yeah, so we have sanitary tanks, so the toilets, they flush to a sanitary tank.
So like trailer parks.
And yeah.
Or like an RV.
And we pump those overboard. And so
So you pumping shit in the ocean?
yeah, 100%, 100%. And we pump the poop in the ocean, and it could be a quiet ocean. And right after we finish pumping the poop, all the crabs and the shrimp just start going crazy as they start eating all that.
So all you fools that are eating crab and shrimp and lobster,
Like
you're eating some submarine man's shit, motherfucker.
that is like one of the biggest reasons why I stopped eating shrimp.
Oh shit!
I found that fascinating because I'm like, you're under there. Where's the poop go? That's always a question I ask.
But see, but that is great. You're giving back to the ecosystem.
Yeah, we're giving life.
Yeah,
we're giving life.
They
right.
normally don't eat out there like that.
That's
And
right.
then you're
like
going
a
to
feast meal.
It's a feast.
and then you're going to Ocean's 44 and getting that.
We're funding Red Lobster.
All in.
Paul's going to Ocean's 44
I
and
was
getting
just
the
saying-
Randy Bang Bang shrimp. Randy's the first bang.
More like boom, 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 boom. Shrimp.
That's right. I'm serious. I love my big bang trip. Now
I did just go to Red Lobster on Tuesday, by the way.
Hey, you gonna have
Yeah.
me looking at that motherfucker like, oh shit.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Literally.
Hey, look,
Literally.
crab and shrimp are bottom feeders for a reason.
It's all good. That's all
What
good.
about lobster? Are they bottom feeders?
Oh yeah, lobsters are too.
They fooled people with that.
You didn't fool people with that. All right, man. Well, okay. So we talk about food. Mitch has his food show, but we talk about food on 210 podcast a lot. So, give us some of your favorite places that you've ate at, because you've been around. You've been around a couple places. Give us a couple of places that tell the listeners and the viewers, hey, if you ever here, try this. If you ever here, try this. And what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is Mexican for sure because I was raised in Phoenix. So
Okay.
there's a place in Jacksonville, Florida, in 5,000 Town, which is like the town center, like an open mall. It's called Seasons 52. I don't know if that's a national chain or not, but Seasons 52.
Oh no, it is national. Matter of fact, they have one at the Biltmore.
Okay, yeah. Seasons 52 is legit. Like that place, they, as the name would imply, they change their menu like once a week. And the one in Jacksonville has a piano in the bar.
Oh, really?
And this like a piano player, and he just sits there and plays all sorts of he'll play rap music. He
Really? Okay.
plays rock music, all this stuff. Yeah, and so the food's good, the ambiance is absolutely amazing, and right across the street is Capitol Grill. And
That's right next to it. It's funny that you say that because season 52 and Calvin Grill right next to each other in the Biltmore. So.
yeah, it makes sense. They probably all work
They
together.
might be owned
but
by the same owners.
maybe they are. You know what? I'm not a foodie. Like Nick knows this about me. I am not a foodie. I am I need sustenance, and so I eat.
Okay.
But I am not I don't.
So you're not picky about what you eat.
He's one of those people that
not.
eats. We're social eaters. We eat for the entertainment. We eat for the flavors. Randy eats to survive.
Okay.
That's it.
I would say this: if life didn't require you to eat to live, Randy wouldn't eat.
That's probably true.
Okay.
That's probably true. Like to gain weight, I need about 3,000, 3,500 calories.
That was the thing about you. You've always, been fit, but on the skinnier side.
Yep.
Where I've always wanted to switch genes with you. You know what I'm saying?
No, you don't.
No, Randy.
Oh, motherfucker! I'd eat like it's my fucking.
Randy, me and Randy have been I was suffering from vertigo for like 2.5 months, so I haven't really been working out or doing anything. It's kind of cleared up over the last couple weeks. So Randy, when he came into town's like, come to the gym with me. So I've been to the gym with him 3 times, and then we hiked another time. I can't.
Do you take them on your hike?
I took them on just a basic hike, but you know, I was struggling on that even. But right now, I can't really straighten my arms so, because they hurt so bad. You know, when you first go back to working out, it's like you do that first workout, and then like 2 days later, everything hurts.
Right.
That's where I'm at right now because I've done 3 workouts in 4 days plus a hike in there, and everything hurts right now. My arms hurt, my chest hurts. I can't straighten my arms all the way out. And this guy just goes to the gym and he's just over there, just an animal. It's impressive. Just like, you know, I look at myself and then I look at him. I'm like, yeah, I guess I could lose
Yeah, this is sounding like
a few hundred pounds.
This is like the Stan video right now.
I know.
I got a ball cap for your brother, Marius.
No, but he's been kicking my ass at the gym. So, yeah, I'm hurting right now.
Yeah, but you've always been fit. You've always been, you know, like I said, that's one thing that I've always been impressed by. And you like I said, you're the ageless wonder, bro. You don't change.
I look at it opposite, and it's probably a negative, but like if you have to eat 3,000 or 3,500 calories a day to put on weight, like, and you're not a foodie, it's hard.
Yeah, I
and
know.
Like I'm stuffing my face, and I'm just like I feel like I want to throw up, and I'm eating it anyway, and just to put on weight, and you know, like it sucks.
Oh, man, I wish I had that problem.
Hey, speaking of food, I know we got a guest, but we do like to talk about food. I know Mitch hit a couple of new food spots this week that I just wanted to talk about a little bit.
Yeah,
here in Gilbert. So.
That's his boyfriend.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'll knock that out. I'll knock that out real quick. So I actually wanted to check out a spot called Little Joe's. It's over in Gilbert. It's actually by Papa Bear's house.
Yeah.
It's over.
Really? Is that little plaza?
Yeah, the little plaza. So
Really?
it's like
Okay.
McQueen. It's basically McQueen and like Elliott. It's called Little Joe's Italian, like basically like Italian grocery.
Really?
And I want to set the record straight because, and I'll, well, let me just say this. So we pulled up to go eat there.
Okay.
And in the parking lot, they just opened Tacos Califas.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there going Little Joe's, and there's a line at Little Joe's, and Tacos Califas right there, just opened.
Right.
I looked at the reviews. Tacos Califas was rated a 4.9.
Okay.
I'm sitting there going, I haven't heard of it. You know, I saw they had a couple other locations in the valley, but this one was rated a 4.9. The other ones were 4.6, 4.7, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I knew Chris kind of wanted to go to the taco place more. Our idea was go to the taco place, and I'll take a sandwich home from Little Joe's and have it later.
Right.
So we go to the taco place. First of all, their customer service. There was a girl behind the counter that looked like Selena. And I'm not even kidding. She looked like Selena. That's what Chris even said.
Right.
Nicest girl ever. Super friendly, super helpful. I think either the manager or the owner, he walked around, asked how everything was. I mean, their customer service was, I've never been off the charts. Worth going no matter what.
I'm a huge fan of my customer service.
And they were amazing.
Right.
They had the al pastor right off the spigot.
Ooh, really?
They cut it, so that was amazing.
Okay.
And then their salsa bar has the actual like heavy avocado guacamole, not the runny stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Fresh.
fresh.
Really?
And then they even had like peppers on the side, like grilled peppers and stuff.
Okay.
And then their hot sauce was hot, but it was flavorful.
Okay.
So I mean, they had a great salsa bar. And then I'll say this though. I tried a little bit of everything. Got a couple tacos, got a carne asada burrito.
Yeah.
And then
How was that carne asada burrito?
I'll tell you what. To be quite honest, I would go a different route because it was like one of the carne asada burritos where like they rely on the beans with it, and then it was okay. It was okay.
Okay.
But the real gem to me was the al pastor.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And they have like chunks. They have pineapple slices.
Yeah.
So the al pastor was money. Okay. If I had to rank it, I'd go the al pastor, then I'd go the carne asada, then I'd go chicken third.
Okay.
And I would go either the quesadillas or the burrito. I mean quesadillas, excuse me, or the tacos.
Okay.
The horchata was amazing.
Really?
So I'd go that route.
So you telling me? I mean, because that's only. It's literally probably 15 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
So I should go check it out. Just don't order my regular carne asada burritos. What you saying?
Yeah. Don't order the regular carne asada burrito. Honestly,
Okay.
yeah. But check it out. It's worth checking out.
So go fuck with the tacos.
Yep.
El Pastor tacos.
Yep. Definitely. El Pastor tacos for sure.
Okay.
And then the other thing too is the tacos are only like $2.80 and it's not a special. It's a regular price. So,
Okay.
so I thought they were pretty affordable, pretty right price. Customer service was great. Worth going back, support them. And then so full after that lunch, couldn't even fathom the thought of buying some more food.
Gotcha.
So decided not to go, but said I'd go back the next day.
Okay.
So on Sunday I went back to Little Joe's, and I do have to state, it's not a spot you walk up and they have all the deli stuff and you can order whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a mini Italian grocer that has specials each day.
Okay,
So you got to catch them on
You
the
got to catch them
special.
on a special day. Okay,
And
gotcha.
so it was Sunday, so they do like a breakfast brunch, and they're open from 9 to 2. The other days have some weird hours too. I heard the best thing by far is they have a Wagyu roast beef sandwich.
Oh, shit.
That I've had 4 or 5 people say is the best roast beef sandwich they've
what
had
day?
anywhere, any place.
On what day?
They randomly make it, but they had it that Saturday.
Oh,
they had it the Saturday on the Sunday. You know what I'm
So maybe on the Saturday you go to.
They also said their pizza is always highly desirable, and their pizza is only available Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Okay.
And so yeah, I take going on Saturday, give it a shot. They do it a lot. They were also doing lobster rolls that Sunday. I ended up taking some stuff home, so I ordered a chicken cutlet sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
I ordered a meatball sandwich, and then I ordered an Italian hoagie. And me and my girl, and then I had my mom try some stuff too. And then they had a big old tin of tiramisu for $16.
You know, I love it.
And
You got a lot of desserts there, right?
Oh yeah, they made the tiramisu fresh that day, and they made the cannolis fresh that day. So
Now, how's the cannolis compared to Gilbert
well,
pizza?
first I didn't get the cannolis. You know, I was already overdoing it with the tiramisu.
Remember, so that was one thing. We went back to Gilbert Pizza. I have to give it to him. That fucking dessert that you put me on, them cannoli, them motherfuckers was so good. Goodness gracious.
I'll say this real quick. I'll say this that the tiramisu is a top tier tiramisu. It so much flavor, so creamy, definitely worth trying. I can only imagine what the cannolis are like. Definitely worth trying. You won't lose on that. They also had some vodka sauce in jars. They had a bunch of stuff. And then you could also just get deli meats.
Really?
Like they had slices like sausages and
Okay.
everything on the side. So the place is definitely worth checking out.
Okay.
As far as the sandwiches, was a little disappointed with the chicken cutlet, but it was a little dry, but I guess I could have thrown some more sauce on it or got extra sauce.
Right.
You know, but they had real mozzarella, shredded, like the real mozzarella in there. And they used the sesame seed bread.
Mm-hmm.
And then the meatball was amazing. Again, still get some extra sauce, real mozzarella in there. Meatball sandwich, and the Italian was amazing.
Okay.
So the Italian sandwich and the meatball for sure. So I can only wait to try the roast beef. So
right.
that's
So, speaking of food spots, since Randy's been here, I did take him to Gilbert Pizza.
Okay.
Randy, what you thought it was pretty good pizza, right?
Yeah, it was good.
And then I took him to Singing Pandas today.
Yes.
So he
that
got
was good.
pizza.
That was good.
That was
Randy's like, yeah, that was good. Yeah.
And I've taken him to a couple. We did end up going to Gesho Taco a couple times. Just hang out, had a few drinks there, and had.
Did you try the burger or no?
No, he didn't. I tried the burger. He just had a burrito.
Okay.
I think he had some tacos one night, but that's more just like the pop-in spot to support the boy Wally, and then taking him a couple other Mexican places. I will say this. He loves Mexican food because he's like, I can always do Mexicans. That's like the default.
Well,
hey, let's go eat. We're going to Mexican.
We're going to do Taco Bell.
I judge,
Take it to
I judge every Mexican restaurant based on the salsa. If the salsa is good, it's a good restaurant.
Well, let me say this too. I learned something because there was this one barbecue place that was pretty popular. It was Gecko Grill back in the day, right? And I knew him when this one family owned it, and then this Mexican family bought it off of them. And then they opened it up, and for a while they were doing tri-tip sandwiches, barbecue, but they were also doing Mexican food. I go, how are you getting Mexican food and barbecue in a barbecue spot?
Tex-Mex, baby.
Well, their answer was this. Okay, how many times do you buy barbecue in a week, much less in a month, compared to how many times you buy? You can go back to back to back with Mexican food. And I always learned a business lesson from that early on when I had my card store.
Well, unless you live in Tennessee and then people buy barbecue every single day.
There you go.
All right, man. We come to the end of the show. Randy, we normally we have a segment called Thought of the Day. So we're running short of the time. I know I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but you're a guest.
For a thought of the day.
Thought of the day, baby.
me anything.
Give me anything. Just give me something quick. Something for the audience.
All right. In Adlerian psychology, the past does not exist.
Okay. So I have to look up.
You redefine the past in your now to meet your future goals. And so what that means is you give meaning to the past based on what you want to do now, and that changes over time. And there you go.
All right.
So you're saying we're living in a matrix?
I'm saying we live in a subjective world in which you give meaning to whatever the hell you want to give meaning to.
Ooh, that's deep shit.
Deep. I told you he's the smartest guy.
Deep shit. I don't know if I can follow that.
Man, I'll go next.
right, go ahead.
My thought of the day is just again a big thank you to all the men and women serving in all the branches of the military, and anyone just serving to better their fellow man. Doesn't matter if it's military, anything.
You're welcome.
You could be a nurse, a doctor, whatever you're doing out there. If you're out there making other people's lives better by the work that you do, I salute you and I appreciate you.
There you go. There you go. Big Bird.
Hey, no animals were harmed. Hey, no animals were harmed in the filming of this.
Except for the one that Paul's wearing.
Exactly.
That was definitely
Looking like you scalped.
Come on, Big Bird. Get it out. Get it out. Let's go,
Looking
baby.
like you scalped Richard Gere.
Looks like there's a Yeti walking around with no skin.
So okay. I just want to say this on the way to this podcast. Someone's pit bulls got out. And it's not the first time it's happened. It's like the second or third, and they actually they're cool looking dogs. Don't get me wrong. So it sucks to have to be defensive, but they've run up on me before. They've run up on other people. They bark and they're charging, and I'm like, I better, bring something, with me just in case. Cause if I leave the door, if they run into the door with the cats, I gotta be careful with that. Although I doubt that would happen. I definitely want to be very careful. So I think I made the smart choice. I brought one of my less lethal weapons out, and I didn't have to, because when I walked outside, they were behind they were behind the backyard. They started barking and actually started moving forward. And thankfully, all I had to do was bust this piece out with the laser.
All right, that's not a pew pew. Just let everybody
No,
know.
exactly.
So.
And the laser did the trick, and they were intimidated by just the laser. I don't want to hurt an animal. But again, man, if you own pit bulls and everything, man, make sure you don't add to the stereotype. Make sure they can't get out of their yards. I mean, again, make sure they don't get hurt, because at the end of the day, we got to protect our families.
There you go. There you go. Hey, real quick, just having Randy on the show, and I just want to say, first of all, thank you, man, for coming on. Second of all, my thought of the day is, bro, if you haven't talked to your friend in a long time, man, call him up, bro, because it's very few times, especially, we've had a 30-year friendship, and I appreciate every time I see you. And
Me
it's
too,
great.
Paul.
So,
Me too.
I'm saying out there, you got a long lost friend, man. Just pick up the phone and say what's up to him. Just say I've been thinking about you. All right? On that note, we out. 210. We love
100
you.
in the book, baby. 100.
100.
Baby.